Okay, so we're going to take a look at how we can create stiffeners, and to do that we're going to go to the PowerPack connection vault. In here we're going to go to the very first area, and if we come down you'll see create stiffeners. This option, left click on that, pick your beam and right click. It then asks you to locate a point where you want those stiffeners to begin, and that can be anywhere along the beam. I'm just going to put it at the end, and you'll see that when I do that the stiffeners get created. If we come down here, you'll see the stiffener index allows you to pick or choose one side or the other, and you'll notice it highlights red. But if you want to make changes to them individually, then you need to remove the same for all, and then you can go through and individually make changes for each one. We'll just come down a bit. We can see we can delete one or the other. Again, you need to remove the same for all in order for that to activate. And then once you do that, you'll see it removes whichever stiffener index you've selected. You have also the option here to adjust the thickness of the plate. You can then change the edge index, so you can adjust the edges. So you can go through each one of those edges, and you can see it's a rectangular plate, so there's 4 edges. Now, with the same for all edges, it will affect all 4 edges at the same time. If we put in a value, you can see they all adjust at the same time, and because we have here same for all, both plates adjust at the same time. Remove this, you can then select which edge you want to modify, and you can see it'll grow just that one edge and not the other ones. Or you can put a negative value to have it decrease. Near the bottom, you can control the corners. And again, you have for all corners at the same time, or you can individually select your corners. And you can come in and decide whether you want these corners to be straight, convex, or concave, and then set the values for each. You can also come in and create a pattern. Now here we have the stiffener index that allows us to control which one we're working on, specify the amount that we want to place in, what is the distance in between, and the direction that it goes in. So right now it's starting with that first one at the point that I've selected, and it's going from top down. We can go from bottom up, which turns it around, makes it go the other way, and you can see it's going to come in that way. You have in both directions, or you can say mirrored, and then it looks at the space for the end and then mirrors it around. So basically it adds this extra 10 inches in here and then creates the elements. Okay. So in this case here we would select bottom, and you can see it's going to place those elements in. Now if I choose the other side, again I can again go in, I can choose how many I want. I can specify the distance in between, say top to bottom, bottom to top. And if you see it's too far, or if there's too many, just simply adjust it, come back in, pick the amount that you want so that it gets placed in how you want. So you can see very quickly, very easily, you can place in stiffeners on one side or the other or both. Each one can be controlled independently. Each edge, each corner can also be updated or adjusted independently. And you can place stiffeners in very quickly to an element. Now, this doesn't apply only to standard size elements or standard shaped elements. You also have the ability to come in here now and you can place this onto shapes that have unusual features. As long as there's a flange on either side, it'll place it in. It reads the contour. You'll notice that it comes down and the angle goes between the end of each contour, and it creates that flange for you. Again, you have all of the same features, and it has the ability to go through, create as many as you need, and place it in. And that is the create stiffeners option.